Hi everybody, how you doing? Working on my hair. Hey, how's it going? Welcome one and all. It's August the 10th, 2022. It's Wednesday, and here we are getting ready for another day of fun. I'm just looking at the data coming out that just got released a few minutes ago about the inflation report, and that apparently the 12-month inflation number um, it might be easing up a little bit. 12 month CPI inflation to decelerates to 8.5 from 9.1. Kind of what people were talking about and what we were expecting so far. It's kind of what we were looking for. I'm trying to figure out where the markets are actually at on the futures. I'm trying to find out what the futures are showing, and I'm having a tough time getting it to work. And now all of a sudden my computer is acting up. It's a conspiracy. That's what it is. What can I say? GameStop is showing a $41 price right now on a knee-jerk reaction to inflation news. What a joke! This isn't going to last. I find it funny how futures and stocks will react violently to pretty benign stuff, and then everything comes back to normal. Don't read too much into this, kids. We are an hour away from opening. We have a long way to go before we start trading on the day. I show the Dow up 89 points, 78 points. I show S&P up 13 points. The futures. I show NASDAQ up 55, 0.2 to 0.4%. That's all I'm showing. But there was a headline here on inside the Market Watch that seemed to indicate that futures were the Dow futures were up 381 points, and I see no evidence of this anywhere. I don't know where that's coming from. Maybe there's a bizarro world out there we're not aware of, and we're in the wrong world. Maybe that's what it is. Kind of goofy. Anyway, welcome all. We just kind of remain calm. We just kind of chill, and we kind of go, all right. Hey, stock market, how you doing? You want to go up, stock market? That's great. Give me reasons to go higher that are sound, fundamental reasons. Like we're selling more stuff than last year, and our margins are better. That's a good thing. I don't want to hear about, oh, our sales are up 5%, and that's all you want to tell me, because all you're telling me is that your sales are up 5%, likely because inflation has caused your numbers to go higher. You charge more for your stuff. What you're not telling me is that your costs went up 8% or 12%. You told me your numbers were great. Your money coming in is more, but you're not telling me how much more money you're spending out the door. The other thing you're not telling me is you've got supply problems. You're short stocked for the next quarter, or you're sitting on inventory you shouldn't be sitting on. You're sitting on a whole bunch of spring stuff, and winter's coming. Your future doesn't look very good. Your margins are lower. That's the other one. Higher costs, lower revenue, or cost rising faster than revenues. That means margins. And you're not being truthful with me about the next 6 months, which are going to be ugly. You're also not being truthful with your employees because you're already talking about layoffs or attrition or cutbacks. You're not being truthful about your internal departments because you're not divulging to them that you're cutting back on expenditures. Maybe business trips are getting cut back, or flights to wherever you're going to go to a conference and whatever, that's off. This is a sign of a company of how companies cut back without saying anything, to try to just kind of calmly, let's head for the exit before the power goes out, that kind of thing. Anyway, we're watching a lot of stuff. I'm looking at the GameStop pre-market. I just short. It's just too bad that options don't trade in the pre-market, because if they did, there would be goofy stink bids and stink offers filled, and that you guys would cash in on. I mean, I'm looking at the GameStop here. It was at 41, I don't know, 41.50 or something. Now 41.16 on a real shot higher for no reason. The only news I have is the inflation report. That's it. The stock is coming back down to the 40 to the 39 range very quickly, and will go lower today. That's my guess. We've only traded 47,000 shares of GameStop. That's not even 12,000 shares pre-split. You're telling me we're up 81 cents on less than 12,000 shares? I don't buy it. That's a 320 gain pre-split. This stock never moved 320 on 12,000 shares. No way. No. Back to 4107. We're coming back then. Yeah, lots of stuff to watch, follow, and speculate on. Good news for you guys today and for all of us. The Rocket Lab is up. It's up to 566, up 22 cents. I think the reason was that article yesterday in the Wall Street Journal, very positive article on Rocket Lab. The stock is getting some love. SoFi's up 21 today, $7.60, because we heard this morning that SoftBank sold a ton of Alibaba stock, locking in a huge gain because they were ground floor investors way back when. And that might take the pressure off of them selling any more of their SoFi. 760 up 21 cents. GameStop right now, 41.15. AMC, 23.20. Both are up 75, 80 cents each. I don't think that's going to last very long. Matterport up 24 cents today, 4.98. We've got 23andMe up 8.8 cents to 3.81. Spire is up 3 cents to 147. ATIP 103 down a couple of pennies. Smart Rent 5.30 up a dime. Sextera up 32 cents to 12.34. Apple is up 268. Goldman's up 288. Cisco's up 62. Tesla up $40. Arc Innovations up 186. Microsoft up $7.20. Bed Bath Beyond up 72 cents to 10.51. Pfizer up 18. HPQ up 12. Carvana up 195, Twitter up 137, Alphabet up 252, and Amazon up 394. Now, I talked to you guys about this late last night, what I'm going to tell you about now. We were talking last night about, I bought back a number of you bought back your options on GameStop yesterday afternoon as the shares were dropping and dropping. And the thinking was, well, if the stock pops this morning, maybe I'll write some contracts. And why not? Let's let it pop a couple of bucks. If GameStop wants to start at $42, $43, fine. Go ahead. Go there. That's great. We'll write options. We're ready. We'll write 42s, 43s, 44s, 45s happily, gleefully. A couple of weeks out, we'll write 45s, 44s. We'll take premiums, cash in the account, and then we'll sit there with our arms folded going, well, if this sucker backs off a few bucks, I'll buy him back, but I'm going to decide what I'm paying for these contracts on the way back. Congratulations. We're at 41.16 up 79 cents. Is it a pop? $2 would be nice. If it wanted to do it, I mean, again, please go right ahead. I know I have viewers here who are dying to buy their options back, but we're also realists to say, you want to run this sucker for a little bit? Great. One, if I haven't written calls, I will. If I have written calls, if I've written 36s or 34s, and this thing wants to pop a couple of bucks, you might just get me to buy back calls and write new calls at higher strike prices, which I should have done 3-4 days ago, and I didn't. But I'm going to do it now. And this stuff wants to go to 43, 44. Great. I'll buy back my 36s. I'll write 42s, or I'll write 40s, or I'll write 43s, and I'll go forward in time, and I'll take in as much premium as humanly possible, move my strike price up. And even if I have to pay $1 a contract more or $2 more to do a rollover, but I can move up $8 in premium, I'm up $600 on this move. Stock backs off back to 39.40 from 44, and these contracts I just rolled into, they're collapsing. Anytime, buddy, I'm here for you. We're here to take advantage of the option traders anytime they want to come to the party and play whatever game you want to play. Tell me what slot machine you want to play, and I'll set it up for you. That's your attitude. Has to be your attitude as a writer. You have to be very accommodating to the gamblers. to take all the money they want to give you, wherever they want to give it to you at. And so if they want to play $40 to $45 call options, you're going to let them play with your $40 and $45 call options. Because sooner or later, stocks fluctuate up, they fluctuate down, and you take advantage of the swings. And the time thing keeps working for you relentlessly. 4160 on GameStop, up 123. Welcome everybody from around the world to this show. I'm glad to have you here, and it's good to see you. I have not heard anything at all in now 48 hours of a definitive plan, a definitive roadmap how AMC is going to raise a bunch of money to pay down their debt. And I don't expect to hear anything from AMC at the moment, because they are going to be in what we call a silent period right now, waiting for this dividend date to come, where they will dividend out the preferred share units to the common shareholders. I mean, Aaron, the CEO, he's been out there. Anyone who wants to talk to him, he's in front of a camera. No problem at all. This guy needs money, and he wants to raise the profile of the stock. He wants to give the AMC shareholders exposure in any positive way he can light it up. And so he's made the rounds, and he's available to talk to anybody who wants to put him on camera. But he cannot at this moment in time tell you or anyone else exactly how many dollars he's going to raise, under what terms and conditions he's going to raise it through the preferred shares. He's also unable to tell any of us what the preferred shares are going to trade at as soon as they're listed as APE shares. What people are speculating is that they're going to say, well, there are now 1 billion shares coming that are going to be outstanding for AMC versus 500 million shares. So the company just diluted themselves by 50%. And so if they're going to raise money by selling preferred shares to new investors for cash, and they want to bring in $10 a share, $20 a share, I don't know what the number is. Whatever that number is, they got to find investors that are willing to cough up so many dollars a share for preferred shares. And if those shares do not pay a dividend, there's no interest earned on this money, okay? It's just a straight investment in stock. And they're willing to buy preferreds that have no votes, no voting power, and they have no conversion into common. I don't know why anyone would want to buy this stuff. I wouldn't buy it. I mean, why would I pay $10 a share for a preferred share of AMC if it has no voting rights like commons do? And I can't even become a common shareholder to get a vote, and I'm putting up the money. Hello, people with money are kind of smart. They're smart. They have advisors, pension funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, ETFs, wealthy investors, average mom and pops. I mean, you got 20 grand lying around. You're going to buy 20 grand worth of preferred shares from the Treasury, and all you get is the ability to trade it on the market. That's the whole plan. I can just buy the common stock, put 20 grand into that, and I can write options on it. I can, vote with it. And if if the CEO can sell a couple of $1 billion worth of preferred stock to other people, and that brings the loan values down, the debt down, as a common shareholder, I'm a beneficiary of that. And I bought into common stock instead of preferred stock because I have votes, I can write options, and the shares could go higher because the company owes less money. Could, but will it? Again, I don't know why anyone would buy the preferred shares if you're not getting anything for it. What you have to get something. See, here's the thing. If I know, let's say I'm just a guy with $2 billion, all right, and I love AMC, and I give the company $2 billion for a bunch of preferred stock. I should know that the $2 billion could pay down the loans by $2 billion. I should know that the company now will not pay interest payments on that $2 billion by up to 10%. I'm actually helping the company not spend 10% of that money anymore in interest payments. That's $200 million, right? 2 billion, 1/10 is $200 million. So the company now doesn't spend $200 million in interest. Well, that's a good thing because the company now keeps that $200 million internally. And instead of sending it out to the banker, they add cash to their balance sheet and pay off other debt. They can take $200 million a year of interest rate savings and pay $200 million a year towards their $3 billion other debt they still have. Accelerate the buyback of that. That's all a good thing, right? That's got to be good for the common shareholders of AMC. But I'm not a common shareholder of AMC. I gave them $2 billion for preferred shares, and I'm not getting any interest on it. No dividend. I'm getting nothing for my $2 billion as far as quarterly payments or anything like that. I'm just a shareholder. Now it comes time to bring in new board of directors and have an annual meeting, and the preferred shares have no votes, no voting power. Well, I've got $2 billion in this company, and I can't make a vote. Why did I buy these shares? What am I getting from them? Are they going to go sky high in value? Why would the preferred shares go up in value if they don't have the same rights as common shares? I have no answer to that question. Well, I do have an answer. I would never buy the common stock. Would never. I'd say to the CEO, if you let me buy common shares, I'll give you $2 billion. I'll buy $2 billion worth of common stock because I can vote that stock. I can write options on that stock. I can do whatever I want. But with these preferreds, I can't do anything because they're just listed as preferreds and there's no convertibility. I can't convert into common. I have to stay in the preferred side. Because remember, if you offer a dividend of preferred shares to everybody and you didn't increase the authorized outstanding numbers of shares of the commons, you're not letting the commons go higher than where they are now. You're leaving it at 516 million shares, and you're not allowing the company to issue any more common shares. You can't offer convertibility from preferred to common, right? I mean, you can't have 1 billion common shares outstanding. So how are you going to offer the preferred shareholders the option to convert into common shares? I know there's only one way to do it. You have to propose a vote of the shareholders at the next annual meeting, and you have to convince the common shareholders to approve by majority vote the ability of preferred shareholders to convert their stock into common stock. You got to let them do that. If you don't, the preferred shareholders can never become common shareholders. And if the preferred shareholders don't get voting rights, then they're second-class citizens, even though they have preferred shares, which just makes no sense. If the preferred shareholders got a vote, then all the common shareholders will be happy because they have 500 million common shares and they have 500 million preferred shares. And now there's 1 billion votes that the common shareholders control. And if you're going to sell 200 million shares of preferred shares to new investors for cash, those people have votes, but they only have 200 million votes. The common shareholders have 1 billion votes. And the common shareholders are still in charge of the long-term game plan of AMC. AMC, if there are votes coming up at the annual meeting. But as a smart institutional investor with billions of dollars available, I'm going to say, look, you want me to give you $2 billion for your new preferred shares, say at $10 a piece? You got to give me you got to give me a dividend, because I know I just helped you eliminate interest expenses of 10% on that money. You got to give me 8% on a dividend. You're still saving 2%. So you're paying me 8% instead of paying the banker 10, and you don't have to pay me back, because the bank you have to pay back. Those are loans that are due on certain dates. Preferred shareholder, you don't ever have to buy me back. You've issued the stock to me. I've bought your stock. I'm getting an 8% yield on it. You don't have to pay, you don't have to get rid of me. You can carry me forever. Now, if you give me the right to turn into common stock and you give me a vote, then I'm just like a common shareholder. And at my discretion, I can become a common shareholder. But I don't want to become a common shareholder. Why not? Because I'm getting 8% on my money. If I'm getting 8% of my money, why would I become a common shareholder? A common shareholder gets nothing, no dividends. So the 516 million common shares will stay there. 516 million preferred shares are over here, and now 200 million common are over here. But there's a problem. If I come to the company with $2 billion and say, I would like to buy your preferred shares if you pay me an 8% yield, the company now has to pay an 8% yield to all shareholders of the preferred shares. You can't just say, the company can't just say, well, we're going to give Uncle Bruce 8% dividend yield for his preferreds. But for those 516 million preferreds we've already issued, we're not going to give anybody anything for that. You can't do that. It's the same stock. So if you're going to institute a dividend, everyone gets it. Well, now we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. The problem is the company owes $5+ billion in debt. I'm only giving you $2 billion. That means only 40% of the debt can be paid off, carrying 60% of the debt. And so you've eliminated 200 million in interest payments, but there's right now 500 million in interest payments approximately being paid, 10% of the 5 billion something debt. Okay. So they're paying 500 million in interest right now, and I've given them enough money to get rid of 200 million. And I want 160 million a year as an 8% yield to me. They can't pay me 160 million because if they pay me 8%, they got to pay all the other shareholders 8% as well. They don't have that money. So in reality, what the company actually needs is someone like me and a couple of guys additionally like me to come up with $5 billion, 5.5 billion. And we should buy 5.5 billion shares of these preferred shares, which we can't because they can only issue 4.5 billion. But if they could, we'd buy all that stock, they'd pay their debt off completely, and they'd have $500 million now that they're not paying the banks anymore. Now, if they turn around and say, we can pay $500 million in dividends to the preferred shareholders instead, well, that would be interesting. I and my pals have 500 million. All the shareholders of GameStop have 500 million. There's $1 billion preferreds out there. But an 8% yield is 800 million a year. They can't pay, they can't afford to pay the 500 million they used to pay the bankers because they're losing money when they do that. So in reality, GameStop can only say, well, if you give us this money, we just say thank you. We'd really appreciate it. And we can pay the debt down. And by paying the debt down, we pay less to the bankers. And the less we pay to the bankers, the less money we lose every quarter until we paid enough of the debt off to overcome all the interest charges that we're paying out. And now we have a profitable company. And as a profitable company, we're no longer on the endangered species list, like, we're going to go out of business. As a profitable company, we can, stick around a long, long time, and our shares will have a value of sorts, of some kind of a PE value. The bad news is, in order for us to get rid of our debt, even if we could sell preferreds at $10 a piece, we're going to have 2 billion shares outstanding, 1.5 billion shares outstanding, versus the 500 million we had last week outstanding. And there is the depreciation and the dilution factor nobody wants to talk about at AMC, because why would you want to talk about that? You're diluting the shareholders dramatically. Normally, when a stock splits, the price of the shares are lower after the split. GameStop trading at $41 instead of $160. Amazon is trading at $130 instead of $2,600. Google trading at $140 instead of $2,800, 20-for-1 splits. Tesla's splitting 3-to-1. They're at $800. They're going to be at $230, whatever the number is. You know what I mean? Splits mean lower prices for the stock, but more shares outstanding. Well, that's what this is with AMC. It's a split. It's a stock split. Because when it's all said and done, when the company goes bankrupt, and if it, I'm not saying it will, but if it did, they'd have to now compensate 1 billion shareholders of stock. They have 1 billion shares are out there have to be compensated. Preferreds get first dips. Commons get nothing. So the commons get what's left over. Well, there's nothing left over. And the preferreds are going to get nothing because there's nothing left over. Because you take the 5+ billion that the bankers are owed, who are on top of the preferreds, they get paid first. All the liabilities get paid before assets are left to be divided by the remainder, and preferreds get first dibs. No one gets anything unless they raise money to pay off the debt and generate enough money to pay bills. So GameStop's future is lower. AMC's future, the price future, is lower because we're doubling the stock outstanding, and then we're probably going to triple it. Probably. I don't think there's a way that the CEO can raise $5 billion in cash for AMC. I don't think there's any way it can be done. Because anyone coming in with money is going to say, look, you're paying your bankers 8, 10, 12%. I want 8, 10, 12%. I'll replace a banker. I'll give you 5 billion, like $1 billion, and I'll take Bank of America out, or this fund out. Now give me the interest. That's what is being offered. And right now, the CEO of GameStop is probably being offered money at 14 to 18%, which he's not interested in taking. Now, could it be that after the split is done and the shareholders get their dividend, and there's 1 billion shares out there, and the preferreds are not convertible, they stay unconvertible to common? Could it be that the CEO and the board of directors come to the shareholders first? They come right back to the ape army and say, look, apes, we love you and we respect you and we know you're there and you're our dominant shareholders and all that good stuff. We need cash to pay down the debt. And we can't sell common stock to pay down the debt because we've reached our limit with how many shares are outstanding on the common stock. This is all factual. There's no making anything up here. But we can issue another 4 billion shares, 4.5 billion shares of preferreds. We can go up to 5 billion preferreds. We've issued 500 million to you as a gift, no charge. We've given you a gift of a preferred share for every common share you got. You're welcome. And they're traded. And we put the symbol on them at APE, ape. Now what we need to do is we'd like to issue more stock from the treasury of the preferreds for cash. And we'd like to take that cash and pay down the debt, making the company asset richer, liability poorer. More shares outstanding, yeah, but the debt is going to go down, and that strengthens our balance sheet. We need your help to do it. And the question now is, will the ape family reach into their pockets and say, you know what, for every preferred I got for nothing, I'm prepared to buy another one, and I'll give you $10 each. Because the ape mind would be, well, if I give these guys $10 for another ape share, I get no dividend, I get no interest, I get nothing for it. All I am is I'm just adding to my share base. But if I put up, I got 100 shares of common, I got 100 preferred, and now I buy 100 preferred at $10 a piece, $1,000. I'm going to put up $1,000 of my money, more money. I'm going to give it to the company, and they're going to take that 1,000 and put it towards their debt. And all of the apes, all over, will band together and do this. If every single one did it, the theory is that they could pay the debt off in full. I don't think they can pull it off because, like I said earlier, they can only issue 4.5 billion shares, even at $10 a piece. That's $4.5 billion. They over five in that. They bought 5.3 billion. But if they raised 4.5 billion and threw the bank debt down to $800 million, The balance sheet would look one whole heck of a lot better. Interest charges would go from 500 million a year to 80 million a year. Again, approximately, because rates, the bank rates are different. Each loan is a different amount. But this would eliminate the possibility that in the next year or two, that $5+ billion in debt is going to cost them 12 to 15% because rates are going up. Junk bond rates are going up. And with AMC, their interest rates are going to go higher unless they pay down the debt. So if they can pay it down to 800 million, they're going to pay maybe 80 million a year instead of 500 million a year. That's 420 million a year they're not paying out the door. Their costs just dropped 420 million a year, 8 million a week. So that probably makes the company break even now. That's all it does. It lets them break even. They don't make any money. They lose less. But by losing nothing, breaking even, they have an unlimited future for as long as they want to keep doing the business. For the shareholders, the question is, do they want a situation where they own 500 million common and $1 billion preferreds? Because that would be the end result. They'd have 500 million here, 1 billion here, combined 1.5 billion shares of a company that owes $800 million instead of $5.3 billion. That is the question. And my answer to that speculative answer is there's no damn way that the apes are coming up with $4.5 billion in cash to help the company reduce its debt. I don't see the preferreds trading at $20 a piece, and then they issue $5.3 billion in stock at $20 a share. That would be 270 million more shares. I don't see that happening because it's $5.3 billion that the apes aren't going to want to cough up. I can see 1 in 50 apes putting up some cash, but not every one of them. There's a percentage of might, but I don't think so. Small apes with, $100 worth of stock will find $100, but apes with 50 grand worth of stock ain't coming up with $50 more thousand to help the company out. I just do not see that. And again, you're getting nothing for your money. No voting rights, no convertibility. You're stuck in a preferred share classification. Why would those shares have any value? That's the big question, because the AMC followers are going, oh, this is going to be great. Those ape shares are going to trade at $23 just like the preferreds. And we got $46 in stock. And I'll sell half my shares and I'll pull in all that money and then I'll buy more stock from the company to help them get out of debt. Who the hell is going to buy your preferred shares when they start trading as an ape stock, and why? Why would anyone want to buy the preferred shares of AMC? I don't understand it. If you're going to buy anything on AMC, you're just going to buy the common shares. But if you know that there's now one more share for every share out there, you're not going to pay $22 or $23 for AMC stock. You're going to pay half as much, maybe, for that stock. You might pay $11.50 for it. Hence why I'm saying, if you buy a put on AMC common stock, there could be a devaluation on those puts. There is not an official 2-for-1 stock split happening on AMC common stock. I grant you that. But there's 500 more million shares outstanding against AMC stock, and those are the preferreds, and more will be issued, and there will be terms and conditions demanded by investors if they were to buy any of this stuff. But you're asking me, Bruce, why are you wasting all this time on AMC? We know you hate them. I don't hate them. I pity them. They're in a real pickle here. They're in a real pickle. But these guys are stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I am really sorry that a lot of innocent victims out there have already been taken advantage of when the shares went to $70 odd a share, and they were promised, it was indicated to them by the Wall Street Bets followers, Reddit followers, oh, we're going to 200 a share, we're going to 400 a share, we're going to 1,000 a share. This is the mother of all short squeezes. We got these guys by the short and curlies. All those shorters, they're now going to pay. And the company issued stock, and down came the price of the market, and we were at $10 just 2 weeks ago. I can see it's going back to $10. We're not going out of business, but I can see it going back to $10. That means those puts, $20 puts, they're going to be worth $10 book value. The $22 puts will be worth $12 book value. How can they not be worth that much money in book value? How? If a put has a $22 exercise price on it and the stock trades at 10, the put has a $12 book value on it. That is fact. That's the option market. There is no, that's not going to happen. Oh no, that's going to happen. Why wouldn't the shares go down to $10 each? Why wouldn't they? And why would any institution out there be willing to swap debt they have for preferred shares? Why would they be willing to buy preferred shares, put cash in to get preferred shares so the company can pay down its debt, if the company doesn't pay these investors any return on their money? If I have a loan to AMC for $1 billion and AMC says, hey, you want to swap your $1 billion loan for $1 billion of preferred shares? I'm going to say, what's in it for me? And they're not going to tell me it's a one-for-one conversion into common, because they can't tell me that. They're not allowed to issue common stock. They're not going to give me a dividend because they can't afford to pay a dividend. They're losing money every quarter. What's in it for me? Am I getting a vote? Probably not. What's in it for me? Right now, you're paying me interest on my money, 8, 10, 12%. I'm getting that money every quarter whenever you have to pay it. And if you don't pay it, I can take you down. And that's the power of the hammer that I have as a debtor. I'm a bank. You owe me money. I can take you down. You know it. I know it. That's why you pay me. That's the lever I have. I need leverage to be paid. This is the leverage. That was the deal we made when you borrowed the money from me in the first place. You want me to swap into common stock, or preferred stock, I should say. You want me to go into preferred stock? Make me an offer I can't refuse. Make me an offer that just makes me go, oh yeah, I'd love to become a preferred shareholder of your company. I don't see one. I don't see the company having the ability to do that. That is what I'm wondering. Okay. Again, if AMC backs off, GameStop backs off. That's the correlation, and that's why I mention it here to my viewers who are option writers, predominantly on GameStop and other stocks. Okay, that's why I'm saying it. All right. We're up 394 points on the Dow now. The Dow actually is up 394 on the pre-market. The S&P is up 66 and NASDAQ is up 296. Yay. I say yay. It's wrong, but I say yay. We're up 1.2 on the Dow, 1.6 on NASDAQ, 2.2%. Sorry, we're up 1.2 on the Dow, 1.6 on S&P, and we're up 2.2 on NASDAQ. Great. Oil, down 24 cents. The markets are up. Why are the markets up? What would make the stock market go up? We just had the inflation number come out, and it's at 8.5%. Why are we celebrating 8.5% inflation? The reason, of course, is we were higher, and it's lower. And the market now is thinking, well, hey, inflation seems to be cooling now. Okay. Here's the problem with inflation. All right. Those of you who have not lived through the 70s and the 80s, I'm talking about the 1970s and 80s, just in case you're wondering, what am I talking about? The 1970s, 1980s. If you were not an adult then, if you were not 25 to 45 years of age at that time, you don't know what it's like to be in an inflationary environment in North America. I happen to know because I was in my 20s and 30s at that time. I'm an old man today, and I remember those days. And I remember the relentless standard of living decreases that we were getting. We were getting hit again and again and again. And we began to notice, little by little, across the entire spectrum of life, how more and more we could not get the stuff that we had dreamed we would be able to get when we grew up and became adults. When I was a kid, I thought, well, when I grow up, I'm going to have a Corvette. I'm going to be one of these cool guys with a Corvette. Or in living in a German town, living in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, which is the home of Oktoberfest in Canada, surrounded by all these immigrants, there were a lot of Benzes in town, Audis, Volkswagens. And I thought, oh, when I become an adult, I'm going to get one of those Mercedes-Benz two-door coupes. Yeah, baby. Then when I became an adult, I realized, wow, those Mercedes-Benz coupes, those used to be like 11, 12 grand when a regular sedan was 8,000 and a North American car was 6,000. And I noticed that the coupes were going up by 15% a year. So they went from 12,500, and the next year they were going for 14,000. The next year they were going for 16,000. The next year they were going for 18,000. Out of reach. They became out of reach because I was looking at minimum wage of $1.50, and then minimum wage went to $1.75, and the minimum wage went to $2, and these cars were going up $2,000 a year. And I'm sitting there going, I'll never get one of these. And even if I get like a career job, I'm going to need to make, unbelievable money to be able to get these vehicles, because it didn't stop. They went from 16 to 18 to 20 to 23 to 27 to 30,000 to 35. What does a two-seater Mercedes-Benz cost today in Canada? It's 120,000. It never stopped. But back then, they went up 15% a year in price. They just surged, and it priced us out. And what I also noticed, I would go to my favorite department store back in the day when you went to a department store to see the electronics, because there was no Best Buy. There was no Circuit City. You had to go to department stores to see all the televisions. And I would notice that the biggest television you could buy in 1978 was a 26-inch console TV. And they were going up 15% a year in price. And you're just going, I either buy this and I don't buy a couch. I buy this and I don't buy a dining room set where I can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had to make choices that were lifestyle, lower lifestyle choices. And we had to now pick and choose where we went and what we did and how we did it. And prices at the movie theater went up. McDonald's kept going up. Coffee at the Timmy Hortons kept going up. I'm talking Canada here. Same in the States. Our lifestyles were dropping. Our quality of life was dropping. And as a young adult, I'm looking at the world going, I'm not going to have the same opportunity my mom and dad had when they came into Canada. And in their 20s and 30s, prices didn't go up 15, 18% a year, but they are with me. And my wages are not going up 15 to 18% a year. And I'm losing. My mom and dad are losing as well. They're losing in their advanced years. They were in their 40s and 50s. They were supposed to now be really raking in the money. They were supposed to be making, their best money for their retirement. And what they found was that where they were making their wealth was on assets they had that were appreciating, like one asset they had, their house. But the problem was that my dad would renegotiate his mortgage in 1978, 79, 80. He'd renegotiate his mortgage, and it used to be 3.5% interest. Now it's 14% interest. Sure, he owes 20 grand on a house that he bought for 33,000 that is now worth 60,000. So, okay, he's worth 60 and he owes 20 on it, but the cost of that 20 grand now is 14%. That is eating away at his cash flow. It's eating. You got to pay that. He can't sell a tenth of his house and raise quick money to pay the mortgage. I mean, you got to carry the whole house. And there were neighbors in our neighborhood who were selling out. They were selling at the high prices, what were perceived to be astronomical prices. My house has tripled in value in 15 years. Can you imagine you buying a house for $600,000 and it's 1.8 million in 15 years? That's what we're talking about, with 20,000 to 60,000, 15,000 to 45,000. These houses just took off. The problem was that someone who wanted to buy your house now had to have 20% down of a $60,000 house. That's 12 grand cash when it used to be 5 grand cash. All you need, it's 4 grand cash. Now you need 12, and you got to carry a 14% interest rate on the balance. Housing went insane back in the 80s and 90s, and it priced out millions of people for years. And that's what's happening right now in slow motion. Those of you with an 8-second attention span are not listening to a word I'm saying. And those of you with an 8-second attention span are going, this guy is talking about stuff over years, man. Hey, baby, it's the new way. It's 2022, you know. We do everything on these phones real fast, and everything's instantaneous. Stop talking about this long-term thing, man. Inflation's over. The bear market is over. It was 3 months. We're over it now. Great. Good. I'm happy for you. Now you're going to get slaughtered because you're not paying attention to what the hell is going on out there. The inflation thing, 8.5%, isn't over. It's 8.5%. And at any time, this week, next month, oil could go up $25 a barrel because China decided to cut Taiwan off from the outside world. And in effect, the United States, NATO, Europe, the rest of the world is at war with China in a proxy war kind of way, like we're at war right now with Russia. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of American people are arrested in China for being spies. And now we have to negotiate spy releases, prisoner releases between China and the United States, Britain and China. We got a mess on our hands that could happen at any point in time. Have any of you noticed the war games going on around Taiwan? China is serious. They're not playing games. They're spending millions of dollars a day to fire live ammo to show the world we can take this island whenever we want it. It won't be pretty. It won't be fast. There will be casualties, many casualties. The worst case scenario is the world economy will tank because now China will be cut off from the Western world, and China will go, so what? We're here for 1,000 more years. You guys are here until your next election cycle. We don't have to fear you people. You don't have the conviction of 1,000-year conviction to move forward. We do. We run our country with an iron fist, and we can do this. Oil could go to 140 a barrel like that, just like that. And your gasoline price that you were bitching about at $6.50 a barrel is going to be $19 a gallon, $20 a gallon. You're going to be paying prices you had never imagined would ever exist. We're going to see potentially crap like you've never seen before. That is how the potential is. This 8.5% inflation rate, this is child's play. This is a warning shot across the bow that many of you are going, oh, yeah, well, you know, it's just COVID and supply chain issues, and it'll go away. It'll go away. And look, today it's down to 8.5%. Get the mushrooms out of the cupboard, grab some sticks, turn on the campfire in the backyard, and let's make some s'mores and sing Kumbaya, because it's all going to be great now. Now the market can go to brand new highs. We're going to hit all-time record highs, and everyone's going to be rich, and it's going to be what? Dream on, Chester. Dream on. We have not even begun to begin the mess that we're into here. We're not even close. We're going to go lower on this stock market than we were in June, and it's going to make June look incredibly good. There is crap coming. Like Doc Brown says, when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you are going to see some serious you-know-what. And I'm not kidding. I'm happy. Look, the Dow's up 400 points. This is great. The GameStop is 41.61. This is great. Is even better, doing any better than that? My machine might be behind. 41.63. This is great. All of you as shareholders of GameStop are richer today. On paper, you're richer today. And you option writers are going to be able to write options for a higher premium. This is great. But I will recommend you write short-term calls, around 40, 45 a piece, and take advantage of some pullbacks. Keep in mind, out of the corner of your eye, you always keep your blinders open. Don't put your blinders like this. Open them up, because there's a whole world of crap out there that could offset all of this stuff in a heartbeat. Because we've had a heartbeat up move. That's what we have right here. This is a heartbeat up move of massive optimism. And I got bad news for you. The Fed is not going to lower interest rates. The Fed is not going to ease up on raising rates. The Fed will not lower interest rates 8 months from now because they've done enough. Inflation is not going back to 2%. And we're going to be lucky. We're going to be really lucky if inflation somewhere settles between 4 and 5%. And it's going to stay there. And the Fed is going to try every trick in the book to get it to break, and it's not going to happen because the Fed doesn't control inflation. And again, I come back to you guys back here watching me live, wherever you are. None of you are responsible for inflation. You're not the bad guy, okay? It's not you, okay? It's not President Biden, and it's not the future Prime Minister of Britain, in case you're in the UK and you want to blame the Prime Minister. It's not the Chancellor of Germany. It's not Putin. It's not Xi. There's no one politician that's responsible for all this turmoil, okay? We're all in the turmoil. Get over yourselves. We're in it. We have to deal with it. You have to deal with the best way you can. For some of you out there, you have to cut expenses. I'm sorry. That's what you're going to have to do, which means you have to self-limit your lifestyle a little bit. Inflation is making you do it. For some others of you, you're able to get pay raises to offset this. Congratulations. For a number of you watching me live every day, you're option writers. You have found a new source of income into your hands that you didn't know about. You didn't speculate. You had no clue about, or you had an inkling about this, but you really didn't understand it. And you started watching this old, balding, white-haired, homeless Canadian, and you're taking his classes from his website. And some of you are brave enough to have one-on-ones with me to say, are you sure I can do this? And we're going over it together, and you're becoming option writers. And you have found a secondary source of income or a third source of income. You've got income coming from something you're doing as a hobby, making some money on the side. You have a day job, you have a part-time job, and now you're doing the option writing. And you're trying to figure out, where am I headed and where am I going and where can I go with my career, with my life, with my investments, with my passions? I don't know. And some of you have said to me, you are showing me a road I never knew existed. And I'm really interested in exploring this pathway. This really is something I've never had before. My market trading has been a disaster forever. I've never made money in the markets. I've given up so many times, and I've tried again and again. And they tell me, whoever they are, they tell me I'm supposed to just be happy by buying up some kind of a ETF fund or a mutual fund. And if I get 2, 3, 4% a year, I should settle for that. Just settle for that. And you've done the mathematics and you're going, I'm 48 years old. I'm 12 years away from 60, man. And my hip is sore all the time. I'm going to need a new hip in 5 years. I know it. My other knee is sore from my 30s and 40s. I might need a knee operation. In your mind that the next 10, 12, 15 years are going to be very expensive from medical issues. They might interfere with your ability to work. You might find that your bosses are going to eliminate you from existence because they can replace you with a 28-year-old kid who will work twice as hard as you're going to work. They don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't matter. They're going to find 28-year-olds. They're going to throw them against the wall until they find one that can replace you. But they're replacing you first. You're out. You know it's coming. And you've got to take preventative measures. And you've been searching. What's my answer? What's my answer? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Do I switch companies? Do I switch jobs? Do I go back to college for upgrade courses? Do I do something from home? What can I do? And then you find this guy and you're going, option writing? I got $100,000 worth of stock in my account that I've had with my employer forever. It just sits there. I can write options on stuff. You've changed your life. And I'm thrilled that I've been able to help some of you do this, many more than I even know. Because some of you tell me, many of you don't. You're very private. I get it. Congratulations. It's time to take the world into your hands and into your control, because time is running out. And the nonsense we're watching on the markets, whether it's a nonsensical up move this morning or a nonsensical down move or some economic policy or some stupid war in Ukraine for no good reason, or China with its nose out of joint with Taiwan and whatever, we have to deal with this stuff. It's not our fault. We didn't make it happen, but we have to deal with it. And so if you can make money writing options by hanging out with this great gang of people over here, this incredible group of members of this channel, watch and learn how they do what they do. They've learned it through here. Some of them had some ideas going in, but a lot of them really learned a lot about how to write options, how to make money in the market. And bear markets, believe it or not, are perfect for option writers to score money. They're absolutely perfect for this. And I say thank you, all of you who are here. Thank you, all of you who are joining this channel, becoming members, becoming subscribers. I cannot thank enough all of you who are giving me thumbs ups before I start pleading, begging you to give me a thumbs up. Help this channel get discovered. Hit the thumbs up button for me, where you got 137 going right now. Let's get some thumbs ups in here and get exposed on YouTube so that more people out there can follow the stocks that you follow, that you love, because you want more people to know what really is going on out there. Become sharper investors. In any event, thank you all for being here this morning. Larry Titus, as always, the bell ringer has rung the bells. Thank you, my man. We are open for business now. We are trading on the markets now. And what is going to happen today? I'm hoping that a bunch of you folks are going to make money, and money. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen here today. Thank you all for joining me, and hope you didn't mind or you enjoyed today's rant. Here we go. We're back, baby, and we're on it. And let's see what's going to happen with our markets today. As far as I can figure, I'm going to fire up my computer and my big ass iPad and take a look at what's going on. I think the Dow's up 450 odd points. I don't think it should be, but it is. Will it hold it? That's the question. S&P's up 70, Nasdaq's up 289. The Nasdaq's up 2.3%, S&P up 1.7, the Dow up 1.4. We were very quiet yesterday. We had no serious ranges of movement. It was like a flat day all day. But today we have a definite up bias to start the day. On AMC, we're up a total of 69 cents. And this is telling. This is in your face information you have to pay attention to. If we're up 400 points on the Dow on a rip-roaring start to the day, and AMC is only up right now 84 cents, Houston, we've got a problem. GameStop, we're up 68 cents. This isn't good. This is a stock dying to go down. It's dying to go lower. 415,000 volume to start the morning. That's 104,000 pre-split. No one cares. Nobody cares. The market is completely ignoring GameStop and AMC. They're ignoring it. They're not on it. The day traders are not here. They're elsewhere. Their attention is somewhere else. 5 million traded on AMC, typical morning. We got nothing going on here. And that means they're going lower. Maybe not right this second, but they are. Those of you who want to write options, you got a little uptick, but you didn't get a pop. You didn't get the $2 pop on GameStop. I don't see one happening here. Yeah, interesting. The Dow up 464. We could have a down day today when it's all said and done. If we don't have heavy volume in the first 3 hours of this morning's session, if it's like the first 20 minutes of, yeah, and then we pop off, like it's a fireworks show. It's spectacular. The 4th of July fireworks show is spectacular. 15 minutes after it's over, no one remembers it anymore. It's like, oh yeah, we had a fireworks thing. It was all right. Yeah. A week later, no one can remember anything about the 4th of July fireworks show. It's over. Unless you recorded it, who do you know that watches fireworks show on a rerun? Nobody watches. No. We could be all over in the next 2 hours. We could be negative today. You heard it here first. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't know. We'll see. Matterport's up 28 cents. Tesla's up $33. Elon sold $7 billion of Tesla stock. While all of you folks are being told how great everything is, Tesla's just been telling us wonderful news. This morning, the truck is coming out, and the big transport truck is coming out. Yay! Elon sold. The guy who's the big show, he's dumping the stock. They announced their split yesterday. Yay! 3-for-1 split. He dumped the stock. What does that tell you? You're figuring it out. The top guy is dumping. Now, he's got reasons to dump because he's got issues with Twitter and whatever. He's dumping the stock. Keep that in mind. $26 gain on Tesla. We're not going anywhere. SoFi up 32 cents. Good to see. GameStop up 1 penny right now. GameStop is up a penny right now. The Dow's up 447 points. Why is GameStop only up a penny? What's going on here? You know what's going on. I've already told you. It's game over. AMC up 59 cents, now up 49 cents. The Dow's up 450, S&P up 66, NASDAQ up 260, and these two stocks are not performing. What? That's weird. Look at this HKD. It's now down to $223.93, down another $12. That's heading back to $10. Pfizer, $12, a 12-cent gain. Spire up 6 cents. Boeing up $3.93. Wishful thinking that's going to stay there. Apple up 277. SmartRent up 16. ATIP unchanged, 105. Rocket Lab up 21. Cyxtera up 23. ME up 17.5 to 390 again. Google up 220. HPQ up 75. Cisco up 64. Twitter up 146 to 44.29. HD up 587. Carvana up 561. Robinhood up 19 cents. Vanek Semiconductors up 378. IBM up 129. Goldman up $6. US Steel up 35 cents. Meta up 625. Amazon up 477. BBBY down 27 cents to 952. This game's over on BBBY. We're going lower. BlackBerry up 21. Royal Caribbean up 226. At $40, good luck. Target up $5. JP Morgan up 2. Costco up 9. Walmart up 54. Nvidia up 447. American Airlines up 53 cents. Netflix up $7. Moderna up 177. We could have a red day today. GameStop is now down 37 cents, by the way. I bet you we might be in the red at the end of the day between the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ. If you're thinking that if you actually believe that there's not going to be a recession and there are going to be interest rate cuts and we're going to be singing Kumbaya again, you are in dreamland. Sorry to say, you might be in dreamland. Yeah. And now Barry says, hey, Bruce, the low volume might be no one is selling. True. But stocks go up and hold their values based on buying. Selling reacts to buying. And No buyers. Stocks go down. GameStop down 9 cents. AMC up 33 cents. We're not going anywhere. Yeah. Okay. This channel does watch reruns of fireworks when you show it. I'm the only one. I'm trying to make you happy. How many times have we seen that anyway? Oh my gosh. Every time Bruce does something like go to the bathroom, he puts on the fireworks. So we know what's going on here. Cody, I'm number 163 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's see. Sell my house, Marble. Tiff, I have a stink offer for HPQ 33.5 expiring Friday for 44 cents. There you go. Well, we'll see how this all plays out. We got to let this market give us the first hour, show us their hand. What do you got? What are you about? What's going to happen here? Travis, I'm 166 on that thumbs up meter of yours. I got 169 now. Thank you guys. We're only 31 away from 200. I appreciate these thumbs up so much. It helps the channel get momentum with YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, I am not surprised, I guess I have to say. I am not surprised at how the markets trade, because I know how much the markets have changed in the last 2 years. It has been profound. And 20 years ago and 40 years ago, the changes have been life-altering for the markets. By the way, the GameStop's off 19 cents again. We're red on GameStop. We're 32 cents up on AMC's up 29. We're backing up there a little bit, slowly coming down. Look, the markets have completely changed. The telephone has changed everything for platform trading. When I was a stockbroker in the 70s, the 80s, and my pals who were still brokers in the 90s and 2000s, they had the clients, and the client wanted to buy or sell something on the market. You had to have a stockbroker. You needed a stockbroker, and you were glad to have one. And if your broker was eager, experienced, but also willing to keep learning, you had the best of both worlds. You had a financial advisor watching out for your investments while you were working on your career and handling your family issues, your children, your in-laws, your life, medical issues. You could just leave your investments with your advisor, and they were there for you. And when you needed to know something, if they were any good, they'd call you, or they'd get a hold of you somehow, send you an email or something. Most of you do not have one of these anymore. You just don't have one. And many of you never had one. You've never known a life where you've actually had a stockbroker. You've never known a day in your adult life where you've actually had one. And so you wouldn't know how to even talk to a financial advisor if you got one now. And if you got a call from a financial advisor that would like to be your financial advisor, you would take that as a junk phone call. You would consider that someone pestering you, and you'd complain about it. And if you were to get an email right now from someone who wants to be your stockbroker, you'd consider that junk mail, and you'd get rid of these guys. You don't want any human contact with anybody else. You might have me as your human contact because, I'm just a guy in front of a microphone and a camera on his MacBook Pro that can't touch you. I can't get to you. So I'm not a threat. And so you can listen to me and do what I say, or listen to me, don't do what I say. Don't listen to me and don't do anything, whatever you want. By the way, AMC is negative 6 cents now. GameStop down 51. And this HKD thing is now down $17 to 195. The Dow up 458. Stockbrokers used to rule the investment world on behalf of their clients. It was the one thing that saved many people from getting wiped out. A good quality stockbroker with experience saved many people from jumping off the cliff or jumping out of their office window. They would talk them off the ledge and relax them. That was our job, was to keep everything calm. Today, we don't have that. Today, we have the 8-second attention span world on devices, and we are in the rumor business. We follow rumors, and I shouldn't say maybe we, but the world of investing today is so influenced by social media postings, sinister characters out there who pretend to be legitimate news sources through robotic type systems. There are pump and dump guys out there who are really good at using social media to do their thing. And millions of investors are getting hosed every week, every month, globally, especially those without any experience or without a sober place to go to get a plain English explanation of what the hell is going on. And I am so sorry that this is going on. I'm so pissed off at the regulators who have been bought up by the bankers on Wall Street, despite all their protestations saying, "Oh no, we at the SEC, we look out for investors." Uh, Boy, when it comes to rule changes, it's impossible to get more transparency into the marketplace. It is impossible. The folks who run the Wall Street game, they are so huge, so powerful, with gazillions of lobbyists in Washington. Not a chance. You, as a small investor, are at the bottom of the heap when it comes to the importance of your money, because you don't have any. The money you have is so minuscule. They don't care about you. They're never going to care about you. They care about the big hedge fund operators, mutual funds, and pension fund managers. These are the guys and girls that they're paying attention to, the multi-billionaires who they've made billionaires and they want to keep making billionaires. These are the ones who have the money to protect themselves, and they get the advisory services that they can afford to pay for. For you guys and for myself, we're on our own. And all I've got, the only thing I have that I can offer you is my decrepit age. Being 66 now, going to be 67 next month, all I can give you is my experience. And it's invaluable to many of you, because I am one of the last survivors of the stockbroker generation. When I was a stockbroker in my 30s, there were brokers who were 60s, 50s, 40s, and behind me in their 20s. But I can tell you that about around 1990, 95, it all ended. The continual recruitment of new stockbrokers ended in the 90s. They were all replaced. That all stopped. And the last of the brokers, slowly, the ones at the bottom fell off, and those who survived moved to different firms where they could still be brokers. And these guys and girls who were in their 30s, in the mid 90s, are now in their 60s. Like I said, I joined the business in 79, and by 95 it was over. So in 16 years after I joined, it all ended. And the stock brokerage world began to disappear. And it began to disappear by companies and by branches. First, the branches got consolidated. Eventually, companies got bought up or merged, and people were let go as contrition took over. And the banks eventually owned it all. And in Canada, the stock exchanges of Montreal, Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, they all merged and melded into the TSX, the Toronto Stock Exchange. That's it. You can go to the websites and see headlines and titles of stock exchanges, but it's all Toronto now, all Toronto, and it's mostly computerized on Toronto. There are really no floor traders left anymore, and the brokers are gone. We're gone. The floor traders are gone. The trading desks are been replaced with a lot of computer desks. We're gone. We're down to 1% of what was once there, 2%. And the biggest players in the investment business in Canada are the top 5 chartered banks of this country. They bought it all up and they run it all. And the federal government of Canada stepped back and let it happen. The provinces let it happen. And all of the great regional brokerage firms and national brokerage houses that have been around for generations, they're all gone. And it's all now bank run. And my daughter is in this classic catch-22. My daughter and many millions like her in the age group that she's in. You, and this is a lot of you who watch me. You're in your 30s and 40s and 50s. So many of you are in this zone where you don't know what to do and you don't know where to go, and no one will talk to you other than you can go to your local bank branch or whatever, and they'll talk to you about in-house funds, and they'll try to get you to join the other millions of people that they have rooked in to just letting us manage your money for you based on the risk tolerances that you seem to indicate you have, which means you're now put in a box, and they might have 50 different boxes, but they're going to find a box for you, and they're going to put you into that box, and now computers are going to take over your money allocation, and it's all going to be done out of head office. And when the Dow and the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 lose 35% of their value in 6 months, from December to June, you are going to take a shellacking because there's no one there to get you out and keep you out until it's time to get back in. You're in, and you're always in, because you never sell. You will never, ever get a sell call, ever. You will always be in through ups and downs and ups and downs. And you've got to just hope that your timing is right for retirement, for when you need money, that you're getting out at the height of the markets, not at the lows of the market. You got to be just perfectly timing it. No one there to tell you what's going on. And for those of you who are here writing options with me, or listening to me and writing options, you have found a new way to take care of this market. And I'm so happy for you, because there's I don't know of anyone else like me that will talk to you like this. I have no idea. And if it's working for you, I'm a happy guy. I really am. I'm thrilled for you all. Just way to go. All right, here it is. Where we are. What can I say? Let's move on. Can we make money today? Look at the market. We're up 500. What are we up? How many points are we up on the Dow now? I don't even know. My machines are acting up, and I'm not sure how reliable they are. I had noticed the Dow up 500 something, 525. Is that about right? We're up 75 on S&P, 293 on NASDAQ. So we're up 1.6 on the Dow, 1.8 on S&P, 2.3 on NASDAQ. If we have heavy volume for the first 3 hours, we can carry the gains. If it is a 2 hour, 1 hour wonder show, a fireworks explosion and display, then we could lose it all. And we might be in trouble, but we'll see. The hope here, it seems, is that the market is saying, or trying to say to us, oh, this is great. Inflation is a fraction of what it was. It's backing off. And we're coming back to a much lower, more negotiable inflation rate. And this is going to allow the Federal Reserve of the United States to lower interest rates, or to not raise them as much as previously feared. And next year, we're going to lower rates again, and we're back to singing Kumbaya around the campfire. And the markets will hit new all-time record highs, and it's going to be great. That's what seems to me what the market is trying to say to you right now. And I go, bunk. I don't think so. By the way, Lon Nichols, thank you so much for a donation on PayPal. Thank you. That is wonderful. I missed it during my spiel. I appreciate this very much. We have 192 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. The markets are rising. Yep. But they don't have any reason to do so, I'm sorry to say. There's what we call a surprise downward revision in inflation. I don't know how this is a surprise. I don't know where anyone gets the notion that we have a surprise drop in the inflation rates. By the way, GameStop down 66 cents now to 39.71. AMC down 45 cents on the day to $22. ATIP down 2 cents. The Dow still up 508. Inflation hasn't gone away. It is just fluctuating now in the 8% neighborhood. That's all it is. We need oil to keep dropping. We need oil to go to $65 a barrel to really break inflation. And I don't know if we're going to get that quickly. We might get that over a few months. We're down 81 cents today to 89.69, which is improvement. But we need more of this we've only got the first salvo here, and that was the easy one. It was easy to go from 123 a barrel West Texas to 100. That was nothing. 100 to 89, nice. It's better. It's good. But historically speaking, you look at the price of oil over the last decade, we're up here. We're still up here. You have to use less of it. That's the only way you're going to win this inflation battle. You want to beat inflation and you want to beat the Russians and put them into submission. You want to beat the Middle East back a little bit and get them off of their high perch. Use less of the product. It's just that simple. Don't tell me I'm going to buy a cleaner burning vehicle. That's not the answer. We got to use less of this stuff. We have to buy into the idea of windmills and solar panels. We have to buy into this. And America is. America is. And Europe is. Look at the chokehold that the Russians are putting on Europe right now with the oil and the natural gas and a war at the same time in Ukraine. Russia's getting its butt handed to it militarily, yes. But Europe is getting its butt handed to it by the Russians regarding energy supplies. Because as efficient as Europe is, and as hard as they have worked to turn their economies into a cleaner burning place, they have a lot more work to do. And America, Canada, we are miles behind these guys. We are decades behind these guys. We are pathetically behind. We think we're hot stuff, and we're not at all. We have really got to change our ways. But that, when you say to somebody those kinds of words, they don't hear that. They don't hear better for the ecology, better for the planet, better for, smoke in the air. You know what they hear? You're taking away my freedom, and no one takes away my freedom. And I'm just going, freedom to die, freedom to choke on air, freedom to drink poisoned water. Really? You happy now? You got to be kidding me. We have so much to improve on. It's incredible. And we either do it voluntarily or we do it because we can't afford to keep buying this stuff anymore. And it gets to the point where if we don't change off of fuel and we end up with $12 a gallon gas, well, then you pay $12 a gallon for gas. You're going to pay 16 or 18 or 20. Let the Chinese go into Taiwan and upset the apple cart. Good luck. In any event, can we make money today in the market? I think so. The GameStop is $39.76, and I think we're going down. AMC 37 cents lower. I think we're going lower. The Dow is up 495. I think we're going to back off. I don't know if it's going to hold. Matterport's up 27. Tesla's up only 11 now. SoFi still up a quarter to 765. HKD down $37 to 175. Pfizer up just 2 cents. Spire's up 7. Boeing up 371. Apple up 322. Smartbrain up 27. ATIP down 1.5. Rocket Lab is up 28 cents. Cyxtera up 4. ME up 14. Google up 287. HBQ up 90. Cisco up 94. Twitter up 119 to 4402. HD up 636. Good old Home Depot at 311. Carvana up $4 to $45.50. Home Robinhood up 31 cents. Vanek Vectors up $4.33. IBM up $2. Goldman up $10. US Steel up 47 cents. Meta Universe up $8.93. Amazon up $3.98. BBBY Bed Bath Beyond down 77 cents to $9.02. This stock in the last week was over $13. I was hanging around $11 for quite some time, dropped, and now we're down into the 9 range, 8.98, and we're coming back to where we were a week and a bit ago. We're going to be down back to the $5-6 level. That's where we're going. It's over. Royal Caribbean up to 55. Target up 480. JP Morgan up 340. Costco up $10. Walmart down 3 cents. Anyway, there's a quick look at where we're at. We're down 40 on AMC. We're down 72 cents to 39.64 on GameStop. The volume on GameStop, 1.2 million shares, which is like 300,000 pre-split. Dead in the water. We are doing nothing here. AMC volume now at $21.99, down 46 cents after topping out around $20, $26, $27. $21.99 volume now, 13.3 million. We should be at 50 million if there's a hot run here. Not happening. I don't know how. I do not know how these ape shares are going to help these shares, because when the ape shares come out and all of the investors have one of those for every one of these they've got, they're going to want to trade both of them. Of course they are. And I can imagine that some of the AMC shareholders are going to dump their ape shares to just get into the commons maybe, or they're going to dump some of both, or they're going to dump the commons to buy a bunch of preferreds at a lower price because they figure it'll be an equilibrium eventually. Because if the preferreds start trading at $1, $2, $3 and the commons are at $17, $18, will they dump the commons to buy the preferreds to get way more preferreds? And then if the preferreds run to 8 or 9 and the commons to go down to 8 or 9, they're at like 16, 18 combined, but they bought a bunch of preferreds at $2, $3, $4, and they've doubled or tripled their money there. This is coming. There are 516 million reasons why AMC commons and AMC preferreds are going to destroy each other, because we got greedy and desperate investors trying to find a way to make money. I don't know why anyone would want to buy AMC or AMC preferreds if they're not into it already, because I don't know what the upside is from here. The company owes $5-point-something billion. I'm just, we're $21.75. We're down 70 cents on AMC right now, and we're going lower. GameStop $39.39, down 98 cents. HKD, that AMTD digital Hong Kong thing, down $45 to 166. This was $2,555 last week, Wednesday. That's a week ago. Oh my God. Good Lord. There were people out there getting sucked in to buy this at $2,000 a share. And they did. From $2 to $2,500, they bought it. They have lost everything. Unbelievable. Is there a congressional meeting being called to investigate this? Do you hear that? I hear crickets. That's what I hear. Oh my God. Black Bed Bath Beyond, $8.92. We're down again. Wow, what a morning. What a market. Hello, everybody. Your options on GameStop have got to be dropping. And I'm thrilled. If you've rolled over and you rolled into 38s, 39s, 40s, 41s, 42s, you got to love this. Alberto, GameStop 39. If it dips further, I'll be sending to you some love. Buddy, I want you to make nothing but money. Just nothing but money. Let's see what happens. 199 thumbs ups, 200 thumbs ups. Thank you. Sick and tired about hearing about AMC. This is dominating GameStop right now. You have to know what's going on over there to see what's going to happen over here. We're going lower on both of them. It's coming. It's a coming. Oh, wow. What a deal. Oh, my gosh. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Yeah, the market is celebrating 8.5% inflation. Yay! It's 8.5%. Yeah. Did you get an 8.5% raise this month? Are you going to get one next year? If 8.5% is sticking around, you need an 8.5% raise every year to stay even. You want to get ahead in the world? You need a 12 to 15% pay raise. Why do you need 15% to stay ahead of an 8% inflation rate? Simple. You will pay more taxes. If you get a 15% pay bump, you're going to be in a higher tax bracket. And if you're in a higher tax bracket, you get more deducted, which means you have just as much money in your pocket after inflation as before. You need a bigger bump than inflation to stay ahead of your tax deductions that are waiting to come and get you. This is the thing. It's all connected. There it is. There it is. As GameStop's run to 49 was pushed by BBBY Monday. A lot of optimism there about mother of all short squeezes everywhere, and they've all stopped. The BBBY short squeeze is gone. The AMC short squeeze went away. The GameStop short squeeze went away. The the apes from Reddit and Wall Street, they had 2 days, Monday and not even yesterday. They had like Monday. They had like Friday and Monday. It stopped yesterday and it's now stopped again today. Oh my gosh. What can I say? Sell my house at Fast Upper Marlboro TIFF. I got 33 and a half August 19s at 68 cents. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. Man, is this wild market? This is something else. Welcome all of you to what another amazing day today. Appreciate all of you being here today. HPQ up $1 to 33.50. We'll see how these all hold up. We're down 43 on AMC, 96-cent drop on GameStop, $38 drop on HKD, 18-cent drop now on Pfizer, ATIP down 1.5, Bed Bath Beyond down 72 cents. Those are the red bars that I see on my screen. I'm seeing the Dow holding a gain of 529 at the moment. Wishful thinking. We'll see how long it lasts. We're up 73 on S&P, and we're up 280 on NASDAQ. A 2.29% gain on NASDAQ, 1.7 on S&P, and 1.6 on the Dow. We had nothing happening yesterday, a quiet day. We'll see how this works. U.S. Treasury, the 10-year note, 271.4. 271. That's down from 2.8. The German rate gone from 0.93 to 0.85. So rates are a bit lower. On the currency, the euro is higher, which means the US dollar is losing ground. The pound is higher at the moment as well. We'll watch and see how this plays out. This means that oil is cheaper for the rest of the world because oil is priced in American dollars. And if American dollars are slipping, that means oil is getting cheaper to buy by other countries. Oil is off 125 American, 144 American now, down to 89.06. And that means it's slipping even more in Europe. That is good news. Really good news. Now the question is, how these markets perform in the meantime and how will they handle this? Thank you for 205 thumbs ups, everybody. You're great. Thank you. I actually got an 11% raise last month. Still not keeping up. That's right. This is survival, what you're getting. This is just survival. This is not a reflection of how great of an employee you are. This is not your employer saying, don't come back to me next year for more. Oh, yes, you have to get more. You need another 11%. You haven't moved up at all in the standard of living. You're just trying to hang on. Oh, my gosh. I need ME to go to 5 already, says not my SoFi. JG, hey, Uncle Bruce, I got GameStop contracts expiring on the 19th in 9 days. $20 contract. Should I be looking at rolling over or waiting for the contract to keep shrinking before rolling over? Thank you in advance. You can do this at any time. If your contract is trading at about book value, then you can make your move anytime you want because there's no more shrinkage coming other than price shrinkage. That's it. We're down 44 now on AMC. At 22.01. GameStop 39.17 down $1.20. So as GameStop drops, your call will drop with the stock. But if your time premium is gone or almost completely gone, check out the option chains for weeks forward. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you might want to make a move at that point. If you can move up your strike price, great. If you just do a rollover only at the same strike price, but 2 or 3 weeks further out for more money, great. Keep an eye. You're looking for premium now. You're looking for time premium in your account. You want to sell a contract that is trading for book plus time premium. You want that shrinkage of time premium in your corner. So that's what you're looking for, okay? Coyote's saying, is this a $20 strike? That's deep in the money. You haven't been expired yet? Haven't been taken up? Alberto, $20 strike price? Is that right? Did you type that in properly? JG, you let us know or not, but keep an eye on everything. 2209 on AMC down 36. The Dow up 525. Matterport up 31. Tesla up $14. SoFi up 36 cents. GameStop down 112 to 39.25. 39.14 now. We're dropped again. We're down 123 on GameStop. The low of the day, 39.06. We're approaching the low of the day on GameStop again. The volume of 1.3 million today. Very quiet. 39.06 is the low. 39.14 is the last trade. 8 cents away. The high was $42 this morning, and I don't even know if that was a real trade. I really think that was a BS entry that has to be corrected. Something tells me we were more in around that 40 range. I don't know if we really were up there. But hey, whatever it is, it's 39.14, and it's down $1.23, down 3%. The stock yesterday did drop, if I recall, more than 10% at one point in time, and that meant that there's a short sale restriction on it today until the close of business tonight, if I'm not mistaken, on GameStop. We're down 53 now on AMC, 21.92 and falling. GameStop now 39.22. HKD down $13. Pfizer's off 12 cents. ATIP's down 1.5. We're down 82 on Bed Bath and Beyond again, under $9 over there. The Dow Jones got as high as 33,310. That's 9 points from here, so we're near the high of the day. Up 527 on unbridled optimism about relaxing inflation numbers. Sorry, this is just not good enough, and this will not last. This is not going to hold up here. That's not good enough. I need more than this. Wow, what a morning. We'll see how this works itself out as we keep going forward. Thank you all for being here so much. Nice to see you all here. Tiff is saying, I'm selling my house fast in Upper Marlboro. AMD, and of course, HPQ makes another run 1 minute after I sold the call. Yes, I wrote them all back. Yes, JG, yes, all wrote them back before the split run. Michael, being bag holding on Boeing, waiting forever for the okay to deliver more planes. They got it yesterday. I'm up 2.5% today. Alberto, JG, you got this. Miraculous. I'm at 208 thumbs up. Alberto, Michael, I write on BA Weekly. Get that money. Not easy being green. The two things that compound people, interest and inflation. The two things that confound people, inflation and interest. Yeah. It's, some people think they're successful when they say to a relative friend, I got an 8% raise. They love me. And then another friend says, yeah, well, the bad news, man, is that inflation is 8%. You didn't get a pay raise. They're only giving you inflation. A lot of you out there have to be paid and rewarded for a job well done, which is above inflation. If an employer looks at you and goes, I love you. We love the work you do for us. Here's 8% more money. This is a reflection of how much we care about the kind of work you do here. They are telling you, we're only giving you inflation. We're not giving you a raise. Look elsewhere because you're not going to get more money from these guys. Limited upside where you are, and that's why 4.2 million Americans last year switched jobs. They're going somewhere else. We have 211 thumbs up. So you guys are awesome. Thank you. The Dow up, I think 535. I'm assuming it's accurate. Going to stay on top of this as best we can here. I don't know. Yep, 536. The European markets are not joining the party. The FTSE 100 is up 0.13 of a percentage point. Germany is up 0.95. France up 0.56. I mean, no European market is up even 1%. They are not coming to the party. The Americans are partying between 1.6% gain on the Dow and 2.1 on NASDAQ. This party is over. It's too loud. I'm sorry. You're just too darn loud. I hate to bring it to you. 88.87. We're down $1.65 on oil. It's doing the right thing, and hopefully it'll keep dropping in price. 39.32 on GameStop, down $1.05. Low of the day, 39.06. This is a dead cat bounce in the middle of a down day, and I'm wondering about the Dow and the S&P and NASDAQ backing off as the afternoon comes through, or lunch hour. We'll see. We've only been going 43 minutes. It's too early to know. I wonder if we're going to give this up. AMC down 78 now to 21.68. AMC definitely heading lower here. The low of the day, 21.79. We're lower. We're going into a lower low on AMC here. Here we are. 21.64 is the low. 21.71 last trade. We're going lower. 16.2 million volume. Not good. Not good volume on AMC. That is not good. 39.23 on GameStop. 39.23 now, down 114. 39.21 down 116. We're 15 cents away from a lower low on 1.5 million. This is less than 400,000 pre-split. No way is this going to last. We're going lower. Okay, there you go, kids. Your options have got to be coming your way. This is great stuff. Some of you who have written options at out to October, November, December, January, beyond that. You did rollovers as these shares went up and up and up and up. As these shares come down, down, and down, you might start looking at reverse rollovers, the kind of rollovers where you might stay out to January, but you're buying back 44s and writing 40s, or you're buying back 39s and writing 35s. Whether they're in the money or not, you might even play that game. Bringing in more cash for, buying back on a stink bid and offering on a stink offer and adding more money to your account for the same time frame. Others of you are going to do reverse rollovers where you're going to buy back 42s for January and you're going to write 38s for October, so that they're closer to the money, giving you more money but less time. So for faster shrinkage is what you're looking for. Keep your eye on those option chains for these flip turnover opportunities as the shares back off. Right now, 39.11. We are dropping quick on the GameStop. 39.11. We are a nickel away from the low of the day again. 39.08, 39.10 is what I'm seeing here. AMC is at 21.22. New low of the day right now on AMC. GameStop 39.06. We're back to the low of the day right now. This is the low of the day being met again. We just broke it. 39.05, another new low, did get established on this latest little dip on the GameStop. So shares are coming in for sale, and they're backing up a little bit more. 21.18 is the new low for AMC at the moment. 21.20 is where we're at. 39.05 is a low on GameStop. We're at 39.06. We're approaching a new low again on GameStop as more selling is coming through on the stock. Okay, a week ago, 5 trading days ago, GameStop was 38, 30, 37, 33, 37, 60. We're 39.06 right now. We're going back to where we were, and we might go even lower. That might be coming our direction. 39.03, new low on GameStop now. 39.03. Hang on, AMC now, 21.10, new low there. And 39.03 new low on GameStop now. 39.03 down 134, something like that at the moment. Down comes the stock again. The Dow's still up 505. I don't know how much longer that'll hold. We're going to see, I think we're going to see red. ATIP is red. Cyxtera is red now. Bed Bath Beyond is still red. Watching everyone else on the green side to see when this faltering begins. When will the fault lines start to appear? Will they appear today? We'll find out. All right. Oh boy. Europe's latest energy worries, UK blackouts, and Germany's Rhine River running dry. This is another nightmare. This has been a nightmare in Germany now for like 3 or 4 consecutive years. Some of the river levels in Germany are so low that barges that are moving billions of dollars of goods can't navigate the rivers. They're too low. And this is putting strain on highways and rail, which means you're needing energy for other purposes. It's not a good thing, kids. Not a good thing. Of course, river cruises are affected as well, but that's not the big problem. Goods and services have to move up and down the rivers. Amazing. France is having issues with their rivers. Spain as well. There's a drought over there. Not good. AMC 21.32 down 113. GameStop 39.08 right now. The low of 39.06 on GameStop is what we're dealing with. The Dow right now is up 512 at the moment, trying to hold a 512 gain. More red beginning to show up here on the markets, little by little by little. There's more showing up. 39.07 now on GameStop. 39.06. 39.01 is the new low on GameStop. 39.01 right now. 39.01. We're going to hit 39 and break it. Yep, 38.91. There it goes. GameStop just dropped again. Another psychological barrier broken. 38.91, 38.88, 38.87. Down it goes. New lows. 38.83 now. 38.81. We are dropping quick on GameStop. 21.04 on AMC with a 21.02 low trade on that stock. It's hitting new lows. Stock is coming in on both of them. The Dow off now is up 494. It's backing up. The Dow seems to be backing up a bit. 38.72 on GameStop now. Another new low on GameStop. 38.72.75 right here. Your options continue to back off, kids. And there you go. That's what we're talking about. Sell my house fast over Marvel. This is where I struggle. I'm practicing patience. DQ, where's Mirko? Tesla is coming down for you. Tesla only up $3. Splayer, okay, I could contact my broker. They'll check it out if there's already maybe something incoming. Coyote, I am speaking with my good friend from Finland. He was talking about how high their utilities are currently. I asked him about winter. He said Finns are worried and bracing for outages. Alex, lovely day to write. HPQ, I sold a 33.5 strike, expiring August 26th for 91 cents. This is the day you do it. If a stock gives you a pop, you are writing a Z. I got 12 GameStop contracts, yesterday at 32.5. I'm sitting on cash. When do we buy back in? Just sit tight. Let the stock keep coming to you. 38.71. We're backing off here on GameStop. AMC is 20.84, the low of 20.73. GameStop now 38.64 is the new low, as it's already off $1.62. Zed, it's coming for you. They're coming back. Just sit back, buddy. Just sit back. Amazing. Coyote Zed, BC, take your strike and premium and try to buy back in below that. Exactly. You figure out what you got for the stock plus the premium you got, do your math, and go, okay, I got $3 for this contract. I'm at $35.50, or I got $4, $36.50. Under $36.50, I'm a possible buyer right now. $38.78. It's coming. It's coming. Coyote, 35 plus the premium. What's the number? Exactly. There you go. That's always a good strategy. Look at the GameStop falling 38.70. It's coming back. AMC 20.85 down to 20.73 a few moments ago. It's backing off too. The Dow up only 458. We've lost 80 points in 10 minutes maybe. Look at Tesla, only up 340. SoFi 756 up 18 cents. GameStop 38.85. Low of the day 38.64. 38.81 here. Another run could happen at any moment. HKD down $12. Pfizer down 3 cents. ATIP down 3 cents. Cyxtera down 22. We got BBBY down 56, Walmart down 3, Moderna down 28, more red slowly appearing here and there. $21 exactly on AMC. The low of the day, 20.73. GameStop, 38.79, 15 cents away from the low of the day. We're not going anywhere right at the moment. All righty. Dip, baby, dip, says Alberto. Come on, baby. Keep on dipping. Coming my way. Yeah. Giddy on up. That's what's happening. Time and movement is working your way, all of you, for your GameStop contracts. All of them. They're all coming down. Time keeps eating them alive. Very good. A very interesting day today with a Dow way up and the market, GameStop and AMC falling off. Amazing. All right. We've got oil now down $2.21 a barrel to $88.29. Look at that thing drop. Oil dropping. The Dow now up 461, backing off. S&P is up 60, and the Nasdaq is up 232. The Nasdaq is now up 1.86. It was up 2.3%, a half a percentage point drop on Nasdaq. S&P is up 1.4. So is the Dow. They've all backed off, and we're going to see just how much more this goes. 38.90 on GameStop, trying to a little rally. I don't like its chances. A most fascinating situation. Coinbase reported a $1.1 billion loss. The darling of Wall Street a year and a half ago during the IPO frenzy. The New York brokerage firms, the big banks were trying to kill SPACs from existing, going to the SEC saying we got to put rules in to protect investors while we do these beautiful IPOs. And oh my gosh, did they ever do some beautiful IPOs. Coinbase was as high as in the last 52 weeks. Where are we here? Sorry. Coinbase, 52-week high. 370 was the 52-week high. Pardon me. It's now available for $89. How much would you like? We got deals on Wall Street for you, kids. Oh, have we got deals? Airbnb was as high as $212. How much do you want at $117? DoorDash got up to $257. It's available for $76. We got world-class IPO stock here for sale. But those SPACs are garbage. I'll tell you right now, SPACs are garbage, but our IPOs are beautiful things. Look at the Robinhood stock. It's fantastic. We underwrote that at what, $32? It's on sale for the low price of only $10.40. Hey, we're giving you deals. We love you here on Wall Street. Never sell. Never, ever sell is the motto over there. Yeah, man, oh man, oh man. Nick, Uncle Bruce, if we get preferred on our long AMC, what happens to the options we wrote? I don't think anything. I think the options will stay with common stock only, and you won't get options on preferreds. I don't think so. I don't think so. I have not seen anything to the contrary. And even if you did, both will drop by half. Like the commons will go down by 50%. The preferreds will go up to where the commons are, and you will make a ton of money on your calls. I don't think you're going to get any. There will be no options on the preferred. I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Oh my gosh, Alberto Coyote has blossomed into an experienced writer. I'm so proud of this guy. Hood should be lower. Trash Stock and Company. Coyote, Alberto, learned a lot from you all, and I'm still learning. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All of you, I appreciate this. AMC 2152, trying a rally, trying a desperate rally, but I don't know if it's going anywhere here. GameStop 3907 with a 38.64 low. Dead cat bounces all over the place. The Dow 486 is the gain on the Dow, And I don't know if we're going anywhere here. I don't think so. ATIP down 4.5, Cyxtera down 22, Pfizer down 3, GameStop down 130, AMC down 96 cents. Keep an eye on these contracts. Yeehaw. The contracts for this Friday are going to be entertaining. The next less than 24 hours or 48 hours, they're going to be entertaining. Next Friday's contracts are next in line, and they're going to depreciate big time. Would you write 750s for this Friday on SoFi? Question mark. Well, we're at 761 up 22, so I would not. I would look at writing maybe 8s for next Friday, 8.5 or 9s for the Friday after that, and keeping a short leash on all of them. That's what I'd be doing. Never known enough premium, never mind. Alberto, I'm seriously impressed with your knowledge now, says Alberto to Coyote. 39.04 on GameStop, 36 cents off the low. 21.43 on AMC, backing up again, a little pullback. 478 is the gain on the Dow right now. Tesla's up 493 to 854. Pfizer down 7 now. ATIP down 6.5. Cyxtera down 22. Bed Bath Beyond down 55. Going to see if another wave of selling comes into this market as the day wears on. We're an hour into the market now. 1 hour in, and we're going to see how these stocks really do, how this market holds or not. We're going to find all this out, kids. A lot to watch, a lot to follow. Be mindful out there of just what is happening. It's a minefield, but the Fed has got so much more work to do to tame inflation. It is nowhere near done its job. Looks like GameStop is threatening 39 again. It might go below 39 yet again on the GameStop. 39.01, 39.02. The Dow down 481, up 481, pardon me. We're up 63 on S&P, and we're up 247 on NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is under the 2% gain level. S&P at 1.57, the Dow 1.48. Watching these markets to see if they give up some more ground through the second hour. 39.01, 39.02 on GameStop. Now 39 even on GameStop. Not even 2 million traded. Not even 2 million. GameStop volume, I think, is 837,000. That's 209,000 shares traded pre-market. This is really bad. 38.99. We just went through 39 again. We're back down again. AMC 21.43 up 102 on 20,500,000. Not good for the first hour. That's not good. Okay, 39.04, 38.90. I mean, we're jumping around on GameStop again. 39.01. Here we go. Another wave. It looks like another wave of selling is coming in on GameStop. Okay. Way to go writing options on the HPQs. Up 116 today, writing 33.50s. If you want to write 34s, good job there. Taking advantage of that. Cisco 45.92 up $1. Twitter 44.43 up 160. Those of you who hold Twitter, I recommend hanging on to it because they're moving in the right direction for you. Looking at options, you might look at rollovers. Depending on what you've written. If you've got out of the money calls, let them, just stay out of the money for now and see what gives. Trump says he pleaded the fifth during a New York deposition. Yep, he ain't going to talk. He's not going to talk. His lawyers are giving him good advice if he's not talking. 39.01 on GameStop right now. 39.01. And we got the Dow now up 477 at this point in time. 38.91. We're under 39 on GameStop, and we're now approaching 20-something cents, 25 cents away from the low of the day. as we are dropping again on the GameStop shares. 21.62 on AMC, down 81 cents on the day. The low was 20.73. So the stock is doing a little rally on AMC, not helping GameStop. It's going back down again. So we'll see how long this lasts for AMC as well. And we have the U.S. markets now holding a 480 gain on the Dow an hour into the session. We're up 65 on S&P, and we're up 246 on NASDAQ. Oil down 230 a barrel to 88.20. What a morning. Very interesting morning this morning, everybody. I hope you're having fun out there. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for hanging out with me with this crazy rant and these crazy observations. I do appreciate it. I will be back today at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the final hour, and I invite you to join me for that. Will be great. We are keeping an eye on the whole thingy here. A lot to watch at the same time. 39.01 on GameStop, trying a rally again. AMC 21.72, the Dow up 483 at the moment. Okay, folks, I will see you later today at 3 o'clock and see what's going on. Let's see what else is going on here. Just double check these comments. Oh, man. DQ, don't mind me. I'll be crying in the corner. DQ, trust me, I had to learn from my own mistakes as well. Alberto, I'm joking. You'll be fine. Odin's question and Uncle Bruce's answer about SoFi is helpful for my second thought. Says Splair, when I should be too late for AMC puts, or at least now near 21, looks like not really good for me. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm still negative on AMC, although if it's popping up a little bit right now, $20 puts might be the way to go. Because if this stock drops to $12, you can make some nice money. But I'd go out into September, October for puts. Not too short, but be careful with that. Really be careful. Anyway, SoFi, where are we at now? 764, up 25 cents. Okay. The Dow up 499, a little run again. All right. Thank you. Didn't he have to say something about the Fifth Amendment back in the day? You see, the mob takes the Fifth. He said, during one rally in Iowa, if you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth? That's right. He said that. Surely you're not suggesting that he's a hypocrite, are you? Really? Yeah. Breaking news. Thanks, everybody, from John. Thanks, John Anderson. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you all for joining me today. I will see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to close. We'll close the market together, see how it closes, how it works out. Thank you for the thumbs ups today. 222 have come in. I appreciate this so much. And thank you again for all your kind words. Thank you for that donation today on PayPal. Appreciate that. That came in earlier. Oh, that's right. Prime time tonight. Tonight's Wednesday. I'm on tonight at 8 o'clock. Prime time with Uncle Bruce, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Come and join me. Ask me anything you want. If you're a Gold Bagel member, we're on tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. I look forward to seeing you. You betcha. Love this group. See you later. Bama Babe, take care. Coyote, take care. Splair, take care. I'll see you all at 3 and then tonight at 8. That's right. Don't miss it. Be there or be square. And we'll see how things go. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye for now.